Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
All right, welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. And if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us where you live and what you do for a living.
Yeah, so hi, Dan. So I'm Dilini. I'm the COO of Precious. We are a strategic consultancy, a design consultancy based in Austin. So I live in Austin as well. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
Awesome. So how did you guys get the idea for this company?
Yeah, so my partner, he's originally a design consultant. So before co-founding this company, I worked at Google. So I gained a lot of operations experience, and then how the day-to-day businesses work. And then my partner also comes from a business background. So we saw the opportunity, especially in Austin and Texas, where there are a lot of startups and then a lot of tech companies as well. So we saw the market opportunity and just went for it.
Awesome. So can you just tell us, I'm curious, what exactly is a design consultant?
So mainly we do UI UX for products, like digital products, and then strategy, UX strategy, user research, all of that within a product perspective. And then also we have expertise for motion design and animation as well. That's something we've honed over time. So we kind of have another a child company that we launched recently for a video animation called Wiggle. So that's a subsidiary of Precious. So yeah, we saw that opportunity as well. So that's a part of design as well. And then on top of that, we do product marketing, because there's a lot of design in product marketing as well. And then also business design, where you have a lot of processes, like process design. And then when you start a business, there are a lot of processes as well. So it's all design, because design is not just UI UX. It's a lot, everything around you is design.
For sure. Well, I guess are there certain industries that you guys work with? Is it more like tech startups or like e-commerce companies? What are some of the verticals where you guys have really specialized in and work with over the years?
So we work with a lot of ed tech companies because of our motion animation expertise. I think we've kind of found that niche. A lot of ed tech companies come to us because when it comes to learning, you have to have that visual communication part as well. That's where animation comes in. So we do end-to-end UX, and then also all of product marketing. Things like that for ed tech companies. And then on top of that, we also work with some sport tech companies as well.
Awesome. So when you say sport tech, what does that mean exactly?
So it's innovating in the sports industry, social media apps, and then also AR, VR. It really depends on the requirement, but it's technology,
For sure. So I guess in terms of now, right, where you've gotten to where you're at, how have you guys grown this business? Has it been mostly through LinkedIn outreach or running ads or emails? How have you guys been able to scale this?
Yeah, sure. So we've been doing a lot of outbound, because when it's a consultancy, not really inbound doesn't really work. You have to work on a lot of outbound as well on top of inbound. So email, LinkedIn outreach, and then also we get a lot of referrals from our clients. So we make sure that all of our clients stay happy, so that they stay long-term clients as well. So yeah.
For sure. Well, I guess in terms of 2024 goals, what are you guys trying to accomplish for this year to be successful? Even percentage increase, how much do you guys want to scale in 2024?
So in 2024, we have some new initiatives. We've productized some of our services, where we have a subscription model. and then some packages when it comes to design. And then also we've recently launched a staff augmentation initiative where we, anybody can hire a designer, but we do like mentorship, training, all of that. So it's like simplified staff augmentation, I would say, for a person who wants to hire a designer, because we handle everything. So with that, we want to expand within US and then also some European countries as well.
So when you say that, so is it more of like, trying to reach more people across the globe? 'Cause I mean, I guess from what I'm understanding is that most of your business, or a lot of your business, I think, is in Texas or Austin, but for you, like a big initiative for this year is to really scale globally into Europe and things like that.
Yeah, that's correct.
Awesome. So I guess in terms of your business, like how do you differentiate yourselves from your competition?
Yeah. So we have some competition in Austin as well itself. So we have a lot of like UX expertise, and then of course UI, but then I think the main like the differentiator for us is like motion and animation design. So even if we like try to design an app, we look at the app from that angle, like subtle animations or things like that. So when you come to us, when we gather the requirement, we look like everything from like a holistic, like a product perspective, like how you bring that product to market, not just design the product, but like how you bring that product to market and go beyond that. So yeah.
For sure. So what would you say is like the biggest challenge that you face in the business currently?
The biggest challenge, I think last year we had like a few hiccups where, we lost a few clients because of the economy. But then now we've like, we have like a lot of clients now. So I think we've kind of overcome that challenge. And then for 2022, I would say hiring, because we have a lot of projects now. Execution has to go smoothly. So that's like a biggest focus for us now to make sure that everything runs smoothly.
Awesome. So when it comes to hiring, like, is your team mostly in Austin or do you have people like, all around the globe? Like, what does that look like for you?
So we have our core team based in Austin, and then consultants based in the US who work mainly remotely. And then we have a few other designers outside of the US as well.
Awesome. So when it comes to your business, right, what would you say is like your top priorities in the next, couple months here?
So yeah, actually, I was going through the blueprint just yesterday with my partner, like fine tuning things. So for the next couple of months, really want to make sure that project execution goes pretty well, because we've got like a few like pretty big clients. So we have to make sure that things run smoothly. So
For sure. So what would you say is like some of the biggest advice that you wish you knew before you guys got started with this company?
the biggest advice, I think, it's just when you go into business, that's when you learn about the market. So try to learn your market from day one. And if you're like running an agency, like a consultancy, niching it down probably will help to kind of fine tune your messaging, all of that. So kind of like always think about the market as well, through your customer's lens, and then from everything you do.
Awesome. So if we're going to have this conversation again in 1 year from now, where do you see things going for your business?
See things like what like we've achieved.
Yeah, like what, like in 1 year from now, like do you guys plan on, hiring more people, scaling up by this percentage, maybe expanding, like you mentioned Europe, like what else is kind of like, are you guys, is in the plans, for you to achieve if we were to have the same conversation, February 2nd of 2025?
I would say, so we, because of our like the staff augmentation initiative, I see like a lot of like hiring happening, and then also, when you do like staff augmentation, you don't have to be on the project end to end, so it's pretty scalable. So I would see a rise in like a very a lot of projects that are not like hands-on. So yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, staff augmentation is a good way to go. Like there's advantages and disadvantages, but to your point, there's not as much management, from the fulfillment side if people are more self-sufficient and managed by a different company. So if somebody watching this wanted to reach out to you, do you mind sharing your website or social media, I guess, best ways to get in contact with you?
So yeah, our website is precious.studio, precious.studio. So if you want to reach out, it's precious.studio/contact.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we're rooting for you guys.
Yep. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.